All right, so when it comes to the good life, getting the best out of emotional and physical health, along with the work environment, no one does it better than those 65 years and older, apparently. Healthy living expert Dr. Bill Lloyd joins us now from Sacramento. So, Dr. Bill, tell us more about this so-called well-being index and how it's all calculated.
Well, Frederica, it's a very large survey that's been collected since the year 2008. 1,000 Americans every day are added to this survey that asks very specific questions. Let's break it down. It comes into 6 major categories. The first involves specific questions about life evaluation. Essentially, how you doing now and how do you think you're going to be doing 5 years from now? Surprise! Older people scored very high in this category. Then they ask about emotional health, and this can be the range from, again, how is life going to what kinds of problems are you having or are you depressed. When it comes to physical health, they talk about medical problems and how they interfere with your daily life and what are you doing about it. How about the number of sick days you may have had in the past month as well. Then about a variety of different healthy behaviors. You know these, drinking, smoking, how much sleep do you get, how much exercise do you do every day. And then you mentioned the work environment. What kind of stress do you have at work? What is your boss like? What are your colleagues like? And what kind of satisfaction do you have with your job? And finally, a very important category is access to life's necessities. And there are 13 different things that they check for. Things like access to fresh water, a dentist, and things like fresh fruit and produce.
Okay, so what does it mean if your well-being score is low?
Well, the scores come from the answers to all these questions that they ask. And the researchers behind the Well-Being Index say that a low score correlates with individuals who will have high demands on the healthcare system and will require more resources. This is important because, Frederica, as America gets older, and we are, as we're getting older, there'll be more and more need for these kinds of healthy resources. So younger people who can adjust their life now and monitor that with the Well-Being Index are less likely to have problems down the road and more likely to enjoy the golden years.
Okay, so seniors that scored the highest in overall well-being index, apparently they didn't lead in all the categories. So tell us a little bit more about where they did score high and where's the room for improvement.
Sure, going back to those 6 categories, 2 of them, seniors scored pretty low. Of course, physical health, and you would expect that because your health deteriorates as you get older, you have more problems, life gets more complicated. But once again, seniors are very resilient, and many of them get themselves into a good health care system, and with good doctors and a supportive family, they can endure. And that final category about access to life necessities, again, some seniors, many seniors living alone or living on the economic fringe, don't have access to all that they need to have a successful life. But nonetheless, the Well-Being Index is a composite score, and when you add all 6 factors together, the seniors still outscored, and then young adults scored right behind them. It's the middle-aged folks that had the biggest problems.
All right, Dr. Bill Lloyd, thanks so much. Always good to see you. Appreciate it. Happy holiday weekend, too.
We'll talk again soon.
All right, thanks so much.